Who is St. Peter in the Bible? It's what we're going to find out in this video. I make videos that help you understand the Bible. So let's dive right into the subject of this video. St. Peter in the Bible. First of all, there are two different Peters in the Bible. There is Peter the Apostle and there is Peter the Ethiopian eunuch. In this video, we're going to talk about Peter the Apostle. The other Peter, which is mentioned only once in the Bible, is the Ethiopian eunuch. And if you want a video on him, just comment below and I'll make it for you. So who was Peter? Well, his original name was Simon, son of Jonah. He was a fisherman by trade, like his father and brother Andrew. He was one of the first disciples called by Jesus, and he became one of the leaders of the church. Peter was known for his impulsive nature and his many mistakes. Yet he was very loyal and committed to Jesus. Peter made the statement, "Though everyone will disown you, even your own family, you will not disown the Son of Man, for you will be all the way with me in my Father's kingdom." That's a pretty bold statement. What makes you think that? Well, Peter must have said this because of Jesus' promise. You see, after Jesus' resurrection, he appeared to Peter and told him, "Feed my sheep." This is considered the Great Commission to Peter. He was to take care of the flock, the church that Jesus had started. This is also why Peter is called the Rock. Jesus made this statement to Peter, "You are the rock, and I will build my church." Now, the word rock here is actually the word Petra in Greek, which is where we get our word Peter from. So they renamed him Peter, which means rock. Now, Peter made some big mistakes, but he repented of them. Let's look at those mistakes. First, after Jesus' transfiguration, Peter suggested that they build 3 tabernacles. One for Moses, one for Elijah, and one for Jesus. But God said, "You do not understand what you are saying." And Peter was rebuked by Jesus when he tried to walk on water. You remember that scene? Peter was walking on water to get to Jesus, but then he began to sink. And Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed a hold of him and said, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" So Peter's human nature got the best of him and he began to sink, but Jesus saved him. The biggest mistake Peter made was denying Jesus 3 times before the crucifixion. You know that story? Peter boasted that he would never deny Jesus, but he ended up doing just that. But after Peter denied Jesus, Jesus turned around and looked at Peter and said, "Before the rooster crows twice, you will deny knowing me 3 times." And Peter said, "Even if I have to die with you, I will not deny you." But Peter denied knowing Jesus and even cursed and swore by the God of Israel. After Peter denied Jesus, he went outside and wept bitterly. But later, after Jesus rose from the dead, he met Jesus and the other disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. They were fishing. And again, Jesus told him, "Feed my sheep." And Peter went out and preached. Thousands believed in the first Christian sermon that he preached in the book of Acts. Chapter 2, on the day of Pentecost. Peter preached a powerful sermon that resulted in over 3,000 people getting saved. Later, Peter traveled around the Mediterranean area planting churches. So Peter was a man just like us. He made mistakes, but he also showed great faith and courage. Peter also wrote 5 books of the New Testament. These are the books of 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, and Jude. Peter was eventually killed in Rome by the Emperor Nero for preaching the gospel. He was crucified upside down because he felt that he was unworthy to die in the same manner that Jesus died. Tradition says that Peter chose to be crucified upside down because he was the one who denied Jesus 3 times. He didn't feel that he was worthy to die in the same way that Jesus died. So that's the summary of who Peter was in the Bible. If you want more details, just comment below and I'll make that video for you. Also, if you've never subscribed, please do so. And until next time, walk good.